Welcome, ladies, to the Real Estate InvestHER Show, providing inspiration, strategies, and insight to empower women investors to live balanced and financially free lives. Now, here are your co-hosts, Liz and Andressa.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Liz.
And this is Andressa.
Welcome back to the Real Estate InvestHER Show, where our commitment is to empower women to live a financially free and balanced life. We've been doing this for 5 years, and we're excited to be with you, whether you're new or whether you've been on this journey with us. So thank you for being here today. Andressa, what are we talking about for our minisode?
We are going to talk about time management. And I know everybody has 24 hours. However, many people still feel that 24 hours is not enough to get everything done. So I'm going to share with all of you simple tips you can do to start gaining more time in your day. All right, Liz. So on our Strive community, we got a very good question from Marta, and I'm going to read that to you. She says, how do you organize your schedule to get so much done? How do you prioritize? It's not enough time during the day to accomplish all what's on my plate. Legit question, right?
Yeah.
Legit question. If you're really making moves, you have a lot on your plate. So I'm going to share with you the next 10 minutes, 3 main focus. Number 1 is going to be an inventory. Number 2, efficiency, one of my favorite words. And number 3, recurring. So let's talk about inventory. She mentioned that she has a lot on her plate, right? So the inventory about what exactly that looks like it will be my number 1 question to her. Write a list. And then on that list, you're going to create 3 other columns. Delegate, my second favorite word, right? Delegate. You're going to ask yourself, should I continue doing this, or is there anybody else that should be doing this? You're going to automate. Automatize. You got it. Can this be done? Do I need to send it a manual email, or can we automatize this and the email will be sent once the trigger is pulled? Who knows, right? Do I need to schedule all my social media posts? You can. You don't need to go the time that you need to post it to do that. So what can be automatized? And number 3, delete. Does this task still need to exist? What is the intention for this task to be done? Is it really, are you getting the results? Is it intentional, right? And you might say, listen, I have a task that I cannot delegate. It cannot be automatized and it cannot be deleted. Now what? I still have a problem. Well, I have a solution for you. So here's what I would recommend. If none of those 3 things you could do it right now, look at the frequency. Can you change from a daily call or a daily whatever to a weekly? Can you change from a weekly meeting to a bi-weekly meeting, which will request more strategic planning, right? But can you change at least the frequency? That is another way for you to gain time little by little. Okay, so that's number 1, inventory. Now, number 2, efficiency. I consume a lot of content. Liz knows that. You guys probably already heard this a million times. The way that I do that is that I consume a lot of podcasts, and the books that I listen are all in Audible. So when I am driving, I am listening. When I am in the shower, I'm listening to it. So I'm usually doing 2 activities at the same time. And I do listen to usually 1.5 or 2 speed, which requests my brain to pay attention to that. Otherwise, I'm not going to understand or retain the information, right? The number 2 thing, because Martha was like, can you just give me some tools, right? So Audible is one thing. Number 2, Voxer. So Voxer is an app and it's free depending on the level that you are in, but initially it's free and it works wonders. So instead of texting, right, which requires your hand, your finger, I simply Vox, I speak, send a message, they speak back. You can switch quick conversation. I'm not going to have a long conversation on Voxer, right? But they speed that. It's a lot. And I do listen to the Voxers in high speed too, Liz. I think I shared that with
Yes,
you.
you did. You share all your secrets with me.
Some people, no, hear me out on this. I love the people that I work with. We have a team. Some people are slow talkers, right? So some people Liz, I think is like 1.5 because you speak fast. Some people I go like 2, some people I go 3.
Wow.
Because then I
At least I'm not a
They
3. That's good. That makes you feel better, you know?
yeah. And other people are like, 3, let's go. If there was a 4, I tried 4, but it got a little complicated. I couldn't understand much. But I also listen to a higher speed. I can consume the information and then we move forward. And then the third thing, you're gonna agree with this one, Liz. So the first one, Audible. Number 2, Voxer, and number 3, AI, Chat DTP. I think, if you haven't tried that yet, please check it out.
I'm in love.
It's inevitable. It is inevitable. And the way that we are doing research now is going to request a lot. Using AI is going to request a lot from you to ask the right questions or rephrase your questions or give context to the AI. So the AI, he or she, whatever it, right, can give back exactly what you are asking. So is requesting you to take your leadership skill to another level. Because if you don't know how to ask a question or to really paint the picture, AI is not going to get it and it's going to spit out to you. It's kind of like a leadership test, I feel, right?
Yeah.
If you ask AI a question, AI spits out something back to you, you're like, that has nothing to do with what I asked you. And then you're like, AI doesn't work. It doesn't give me what I want. Well, hello, right? So reframing that. And that's a skill set that I believe we are all taking to the next level when communicating with AI. And then the last thing is recurring. I love recurring because anything that is recurring is going to take less energy, less time. So if you have a rehab that you're managing, your finishes list, it's recurring. You recycle it, your scope of work, you're recycling it. But also during the week, right? Your calendar. I have a calendar link with my Zoom link inside. So I don't need to say, oh, can you do 2 p.m.? Oh, can I do 3 p.m.? Whatever that is, right? It's a lot of back and forth with a lot of people. Get a calendar link with your Zoom inside, and then people already book it. It's already there. And one thing that I really love about our team is that we have recurring meetings. So it is the same day, same time every week. So we don't need to think about it. We already know that that's what's happening. Our podcast, we record it on Wednesday mornings. We don't need to think about it. That saves a lot of time. So I encourage you to think about your schedule. What can you do? Number 1, the inventory, right? Write that down. Efficiency. Can you start implementing at least one of those 3 things that I recommended to you to gain knowledge through content or automatize your communication and use AI? That's an option. And 3, what can be recurring that it's not right now? That you say, oh, so let's convert that to a recurring meeting instead of doing it and having the same conversation all over again. I hope this helps.
Yes.
If you guys have any questions about it, let us know. Liz, you got some time?
No, I think that's great. I think the key is to take one action, right? Because, becoming more efficient in a sense with your schedule and just being able to figure out, what do I automate? What do I delegate? What's coming up for you? One thing that you can do literally immediately to save yourself, time, money, and energy, I would say is always what we encourage with our minisodes. So don't get overwhelmed, especially if you're not someone who normally thinks like this or actually does these things. Do one thing and put it into action.
Yep. Awesome. Thanks so much for listening. If you have any questions, go to our Facebook group community and tag us there. See you later. If you enjoyed this podcast and want to receive updates on our next interviews, go to our website, therealestateinvestor.com. There, you can subscribe to our show, become part of our investor community, and get updates on upcoming episodes.
If you like our show, please share it with other women who would benefit. And don't forget to leave us a rating on iTunes. We'd really appreciate it. And as always, we encourage you to take one action as a result of today's show and put it into motion so you can live both a financially free and balanced life. Thanks for spending time with us.
Ciao.